Yeah, so welcome to class. Last week we were able to finish all about pivot table. Then today, unfortunately, that day we couldn't do this thing. What is it called? The dashboard because of time. So today we'll just jump into it so we can round it off and perhaps possibly move into Power BI. All right, so this is all we did. I believe you understand how we got all of these things. This is called pivot table. We use pivot table to summarize data just like we did here. So after pivot table, the next thing you're supposed to do is to design or to create your dashboard using pivot table. So we are going to come to this page and we are going to call it dashboard. This is where we're going to design our dashboard. And now, first of all, you have to set your template. This is like a template, all right? So your template in your dashboard, you don't need all of these things. So you may want to just remove it. Uh I'll call you later. So you can go to page layouts. Is it page layouts? Yeah. So when you come to page layout, you don't want all of these grid lines, right? So you can see grid lines. You don't want it, you can just uncheck. Let me see. And just uncheck it, you see the grid lines are gone. If you put it back, the grid lines will be back. So you don't want the grid lines. So you uncheck this one and it is gone. You now have a plain surface to design your dashboard on. You can also remove this heading. Like if you don't want all these things to show, you can just remove this and you can see you have a plain dashboard like a space in Excel. All right. So there's another thing that a lot of people don't do, which is necessary. You may want to create a template using different shapes. Okay. So you want your template, like the template of the dashboard you're going to create. Like you want to have a template. It's just like when you're building a house, you need to have a foundation, a skeleton of the house before you now start putting in the fittings and all that. So template helps you to guide you, like to guide you. And then before we start template, let's come back here first and then discuss about the shapes that we're going to be using. Remember what I told you about this pivot table analyze, right? So when you click on this pivot table, now you have you come to pivot table analyze, you're going to see pivot charts. It means you want to start creating charts. So your dashboard is going to comprise of charts, different charts, right? Just charts here and there. Okay. Um, let's go to Google and see so that we'll have an idea of where we are going to. So let's come here and type Excel dashboard. Let's just see what it looks like. Come to images. You can see this is Excel dashboard. You can see how a dashboard looks like. Okay. You can see that they used all of these things. See the way it is. Look at this one. You can just use anyone you like. That they are here doesn't really mean that they are all correct, sha. So you can see this one. This is a marketing dashboard. So this is how they designed it. You can see. All right, they use all these things are charts. These are different charts. All right. Okay. So this is what we are trying to achieve here, but they are still in table form. So you need to transform them into dashboard format. To do that, you need to use pivot charts. So for each of these pivots table, how do we convert them to a chart and how do we know which chart to use and all that? So this is just simply telling you numbers and the products, numbers and product, like the sum of the quantity sold and the product. So you're just comparing quantity and product, like you're comparing each product, how many quantity was sold. So it's very easy to just use a simple bar chart that will just simply compare it. So like I told you last week, this column chart this is what you have as column chart is the same thing as bar chart, just that this one is the horizontal. Let's just call column chart a horizontal bar chart and a bar chart a vertical column chart. Sorry, this is a vertical bar chart and this is a horizontal column chart, right? So they are saying the same thing. So I was just saying that most of the time, this is the one you will use. But when it now requires that you start bending your head, then you can use them interchangeably. You can use these two, bar charts and column charts, interchangeably because they are the same. But now, when do you prefer to use bar charts? Always prefer to use bar charts when someone is saying something in the chat. He said, I can't really see what he's saying. Continue. At work now. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Precious. That's fine. So bar charts, I prefer using bar charts when my column chart, most of the times I use column chart, but bar chart comes in play when the names of these bars are slant. You can see that long and they cannot enter. You need to bend your head to read it, which is not normal, which is not good. So instead of this, you just simply use a bar chart where everything can now be, easy to read. All right. And also note that each of these charts represents a unit of that information. In this column, in this table, we are considering products, different kind of product, the fortune cookie, the chocolate chips, the oatmeal raisin. Each of these bar represents a product, one of these products, okay? If you're comparing maybe countries, you're comparing Nigeria, Ghana, USA, Canada, Italy, then each of the bar will represent one country. Each of the bar usually represents one unit of the information being discussed. While the numbers here are like a higher, like obviously you can see, is these numbers that we have here, okay? So there are other type of chart that we have the line chart. So you use line chart mostly when you want to talk about information that happened over time, maybe months, how sales trend over the years or over the months. You want to see how sales has been progressing from January, February, March, April, May up to December, how it's been progressing or how the sales have been declining. So line chart tells you information about time, okay? Then you also have your pie charts. So pie charts helps you to compare different so this one now you're comparing the sales that was made, sorry, the total quantity of sales that was made on chocolate chips, on chocolate cookie, on, so a pie chart can work here, all right, because you're comparing now. But the reason why you cannot use pie charts here is because pie chart only compares the percentage of one observation out of the larger observation. Maybe if you're comparing number of girls to number of boys, so you want to compare the percentage of boys in the class to the percentage of girls in the class. So you're comparing uh just the number of boys or the percentage of boys, mostly the unit, I can call it unit. The unit of this is in percentage for pie chart and for bar chart. It's usually in percentage. Just give me a minute. Yeah, please, I'll check it. I'm in a class right now. I'm in a meeting. When I'm finished, I'll just handle it, okay? All right. All right. All right. All right. I'll check it. I'll check it. I'll check it, okay? So, um, sorry about that. So you use this one to compare the quantity of an observation against the general, like let's say in a class, you have 97 pupil, and then 70 of them are boys, then the rest are girls. So you're comparing 75 boys against the general 97 pupil, right? And then You're also comparing the remaining number, which is for girls, against the general 97 pupil, usually. So, and another trick about using this is very tricky. A lot of people, if you check that dashboard that we just checked now, you're going to see someone that came here and used it. Look at this person. This person used this without knowledge. You can't just use this in anyhow. A lot of people mistake it and use it anyhow. Before you use this, you must be comparing a percentage of total against one observation, okay? And then
Okay.
secondly,
Okay.
secondly, you must be dealing with a fewer information. Like we can't use this. If we use, let's use this one here now. If we use it, look at how, see how it looks. It will be difficult to tell. All right. It will be difficult to tell because there are so many people. You observe your observation for how many products? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 products. It is too much. If you want to use pie chart, it has to be to compare maybe 3, maximum
Mm.
of 4 or 5. It is best when it is just 2 or 3. Maybe if it were just 2 or 3 products. Okay, let's see, let's filter it, let's reduce it to just chocolate chips, fortune cookie, and this. Can you see? It is now easier to look. You can now clearly see that this one is the largest. It is showing you that this is 72% of total. This takes 14% of total, and this one takes 14% of total. You can easily see, like it's easy to compare that this is the highest and these two are equal. Now let's see. Let me look for sugar. Let me remove this. I think it's still the same thing. Sugar is the same 14%. I want the one that is smaller or bigger. White. So you can see this is 14 and this is still 14. I think they're all the same. 12. Let me remove the filter. So fortune cookie, chocolate chips, and which other one should we compare? So, but what I'm trying to say is just that when it is plenty like this, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Like in this one now, you can't even compare. You can clearly see that chocolate chip is the highest, but which one is second highest? You can't tell because this is 10%, this is 11%, this is 10%, 10%, 10%. So you can't really tell. It's so many, and then the coloring and all that. So don't ever use pie charts or donut charts for when you have too many. So that's just it. So that's basically when we begin to use charts, you really know more. Okay, you know a lot more. So let's go ahead and design our dashboard with what we've just learned now. Okay. Um, Now, but
Which one
first,
can we use?
for this now, because it's plenty, you can just use let's go back to pivot analyze. You can just use this one, bar charts. This one gives you a clear information. So you can clearly see that the highest is chocolate chips, followed by which other one? So you can just come here and sort from largest to smallest. So you can see that chocolate chips is the highest, followed by sugar, and all these other ones are equal. So you can see that clearly here. And this is the best one to use for this information or to pass this data, okay? Let's appreciate it more when we come here. If we use this one, bar charts, you can see clearly here that this is the highest, followed by this, followed by this, followed by this, and just like that. Okay, so my dashboard, we can just start creating dashboard. All we need to do to create dashboard is just to get the pivot chart for this one, bring it to the dashboard, keep it, get the pivot chart for this one, bring it to the dashboard, keep it, and that's all. That's all. There's no other way. So let's do that. But I talked about template. So template just helps you to design your dashboard and make it look good. So in getting templates, all you need to do is just to come here, go to page layout. You can see shapes. Where can we see shapes? I think insert, come to insert. So you can see illustration. Click on it. You can see shapes. You can see all manner of shapes. Then I can just use anyone. Click on shapes. Then take anyone that I want to use. This one. And then I just, I just want to see this is the background. I want my background to have a color. So this is it. And it is too loud. You can see these ones that are here. You can see how it is. See this person's background. Okay, let's mimic this one. Let's mimic this one. So this is the background. The person's background is a little bit, not really white, but I think maybe kind of a little bit dark white. I don't know what that color is, but let's mimic it. So come here. Then when you come here, you can see shape fill. It means the color, different colors of the shape. You can change it to any color you want. Let's say I want to use this color. Good. I think this color is okay. These are background. Okay. Then you want to have, look at what they have here. You want to have like the title of your dashboard. Then you just come here, you bring another shape. This is the shape. The shape is now here. You don't need to go to insert again because you're already working on the shape. So, but you can still go back to insert, do the same thing if you want to. Then carry this one. It can be anyhow you want it. Maybe I'll just carry this one. I want to put it here as my heading. No, it's not. It has extended. I don't want it to extend. Good. So, okay. So this is it. Aha. So I can duplicate this one if I want to. Can just copy and paste. It is now two. So I want to turn it. It is too long. I want to shorten it. Shorten it. Good. Shorten it. So I can turn it to 90. Then I can bring it here. I'm just doing a random design. So this thing doesn't have any particular way it should be. It's up to you to make your design the way you want it to be. Okay. I think it's making sense. So I don't want this line to show. You can see this line, right? I don't want it to show. So I highlight this one. I'll come back to shape outline. Then I'll remove it. You can see no outline. It's gone now. Everything is aligning to look as if they are the same. That's aligned. Good. I also don't want outline on this one. I'll go to outline. I will say no outline. Then this is going to be our heading. Our heading can be here. We can put our logo. Maybe we want to write this is just anyway. Let's not write first. Let's now put how many shapes, how many charts are we bringing in? We are bringing in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 charts, right? This one is just one. This one is just one. So 5 charts. So now those 5 charts, the templates can be anything. Let's say we want to use this shape. I'll just draw the shape. I want to use this shape. But before this is 1, can just copy and paste. 2, 3, 4, 5. So, but before this one, I want to have something like KPI. I want to have KPIs. So my KPI can just be, okay, no, let me not do KPI. When we get to Power BI, you'll appreciate KPI better. So I want to have 5. So maybe I want to have 2 like this, just like this one. See the way they have all these things. Or do we just do it the same way? This is 1, 2, 3, 4. They have only 4 here. No, they have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have 6 charts here. So let's do the same. Let's mimic them since we are mimicking them. So this is going to be This is gonna be, oh, I don't want to use this shape. I can just use the normal rectangular shape. Okay, so this is the one I want to use. Good. So this one is 1. Then maybe I want to have 2 this way. I can bring 2 like this. This is just template. This is not really important. It's not like it's a must. Most people don't care about templates. You get, most people, a lot of people don't care about template. You get, so it's not really a necessity. If you don't want to use template, you can just go straight ahead and do your dashboard. Okay. But this template just helps you in case you need to. So have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. So 1 has to go. Anyway, let's just have it as this. And then let's have this as this. So like I was saying, it's not really like it's a compulsory I must have templates. No. You can just do your dashboard straight up. But templates helps you to. Okay. So what if I don't want to use, let's maintain this one. We want to have this color, and then all our templates should be white. Oh, sorry. All our templates should be white. We can change this color to come to color field. I think this is the color, right? Can change this as well to this color. Then these are templates. I don't really like this shape, but I just use it to show you. You can also change the shape however you want. You can come to this shape effects. You can see presets. You can change it to any, let's use this one that is here. You can change it to any of the shape presets. You can come here, you can change it like this. It can be anyhow. You can just, be flexible with your design. You are the designer here, is whatever you present. It can even be shadow. You can make it a shadow however you want it. It can even be glow. You can make it glow. You can, you just see, you can even use bevel. You can have it like this. See, different styles. However you decide, you are the designer here, right? Now, I don't really like all these shapes. I want to maintain this rectangular shape. So, but I just decided to show you that you can use any shape of your choice. So I'll use this one. Aha. Can just reduce it like this. Then I want to duplicate the shape. Okay. So I also want to duplicate again down here. I want this one to be smaller. I want this one to be here. And then this one here. Okay. Okay. So the shapes, I want my shapes to be white. I don't want this color. So I'll just click on it, go to shape format, come to shape fill and make it white. I want my shapes to be white. I don't want, make sure you avoid don't be too colorful because at the end of the day, nobody cares about the color. Nobody cares about how beautiful your dashboard is. What matters is the data, the information you have in there. That's what, so you're trying to put people's attention on the data, on the information, okay? Not on the color or how beautiful. That doesn't mean your dashboard should not look good though. At least if you see, you can see all my aligns are aligning. Look at this one that we are mimicking. You can see how clean the aligning is, everything. So you have to make sure you pay attention to all of this thing. But what I'm trying to say is that the purpose of the dashboard is not about how beautiful your this thing is. It's about how correct your data the data contained inside is. So now we have something. Let's start designing our dashboard. We'll come back to the pivot table. Let's do a pivot table for this one. So I click on it, then I go to pivot analyze, come to pivot charts. Then we've decided that we are using this one, right? We will have used this one, but because, okay, let's try to use it and see if it will work. So this is it. I'll just simply copy it and then come to, if I let me cut it and come to dashboard and paste it. So look at it here. Where do we fit it in? We can fit it in here. But obviously it's not going to work because of these names. So, but I don't have to delete it. I can just adjust it or change it. When I come here, you can see this sign here that says chart style. And click on it and see different styles, okay? But I don't want to. I don't want to. So I'll go back to charts. You can see design. You can see design here. You can change type. So I want to change it to bar charts. I'll just change it to bar charts. Good. So it's now a bar chart. So this is it. So, but remember we have a template. We need to fit it into all these templates, right? Now, but to do that, make sure you're, like I mentioned earlier, make sure you're focusing your clients or your managers or anybody that's viewing your dashboard. Make sure you're focusing their attention on the data and not how beautiful your dashboard is. So how do you focus their attention on the data? It is by making sure that you remove every distraction, right? You remove every distraction. What are possible distractions here? Let's try to see possible distractions. All these things are not, the title is very important. So just click here and make sure you change the title to products, total units sold, right? So this is going to be titled units sold by products. Is the title units sold by products. All right. Then this is not necessary. This total, this is called legend. Legend is simply this what tells you what each of these bars stands for. So this legend only comes into play when you have multiple colors. Maybe this one is blue, this one is green, this one is red, this one is yellow, this one is white, this one is black. So you can now use legend to say that this black stands for sneakerdoodle, this one stands for, but there's no point really since the titles are already there. The name of each of these bars are already there. But in some cases, like if you're using a pie chart or a donut chart, these titles won't be there. It will be hidden. So you need a legend to tell people that, oh, black, this color stands for this. So, but in this case, we have only one color here, so there's no need for legend. Like even a blind person can see that this thing, this blue, this legend is trying to tell you that the blue here stands for total. Okay, so it's not necessary. You need to remove it. So you click on this plus, you can see legend here. You click on it, it has gone. You don't need it. So you are trying to clean up this chart to leave only important data. So the next thing that we may not need is, obviously, you can see that the horizontal line is for what? Products. And this is for what? This is for the unit sold. So you don't need to come and write that here is product again. So we may want to remove this one. So come here, chart title. This is the chart title, we need it. Then data label, we don't need it. So this one also, some of units products sold, you don't also need it. So just come here and just click on it. Let me remove this one. Just click on it and delete. Click on hide all field button. So I'll just remove field I'll remove it. Oh, sorry, I've removed everything. Oh no. Let's come back. So I'll click on this, remove, hide. Sorry, you need to hide. Hide field button chart, hide. I'll just hide it. Then this one, you need to also remove it. It's not really necessary. So you have to hide this as well. So you can see that our chart is becoming cleaner. We are trying to focus our attention on only what is necessary, right? Another thing that is not necessary here is these lines, grid lines. They are not important, even though they are pointing to, you can clearly see that from here to here is 1,000. From here to here is 2,000. From here to here is 3,000. So it's helping us to know that this highest one is 6,000, right? But there's another way we can solve this. We can remove this and then put, because here we can't really tell. We don't even know how many is chocolate chips. We don't even know how many is, I think we can swap this thing, Sha. We can swap it to start from the highest to the smallest. So we can just turn it around. Okay. So you can see, you can turn it around like this. Now, so we cannot even know the exact figure. So we can also do what we call data label. That is, put on each one the exact amount. When you look at chocolate chips, you can see the exact amount. When you see this one, you can see the exact amount sold. If you look at each of them, you can see the exact amount on them. You don't have to start tracing line to know. In fact, this one you can't even tell because it's a little above 10,000. So you can only guess that, oh, it's 11,000, but you can't know except you click on it. You can now see that, okay, it's 11,545. Can you see? But there's a way you can at a glance see clearly. So to do that, we are going to add what we call data label to label each of these bars. So come here and then we activate data. No, where is the data label? Just activate it. Look at it. We activate it. So we can now see that each of them, this is the quantity, exact quantity that was sold. You can also modify this data label. You can click here to modify it. If you want it to be on the center, you can see it has gone inside. If you want it to be at the end, you can see it's inside. If you want it to be inside the base, you can see it's in the base. If you want it to be outside the base, you can see it's outside the base and all that. So you can even change the color, you can change the font, the size, anyhow you want it. But this is the most one. So now that we have, sorry. So now that we have the data label, we don't need this anymore, right? We don't need this one anymore. So we need to remove it. We'll just come here. You can uncheck the axis, click on the axis. Then you can just uncheck the primary axis. No, the primary axis is the name of the bars. The primary horizontal is this label here. They are gone. Okay. So what is remaining now? We don't need these grid lines. They are distracting our client or our manager. So just click on it and delete. Just click and click on delete on your laptop and it deletes. It is gone. So I think we have a clean data now. Like you succeeded in focusing anybody that is reading this chart on the chart, like on the data. They are not seeing any other thing except the data you want them to see. Please, are you guys still in class? Can you signify if you're still here? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. So you successfully
Yes.
you successfully eliminated every distraction. The person is seeing that the first thing they see is that this table, this chart now is showing you the units sold by product. Each product, this is the quantity that was sold. And then we proceeded in giving them that, okay, this is each of the product and this is each of the units. So this is the only information that's not necessary here, nothing else. I mean, then all you need to do is just to fit it into, choose any of the chart templates you want that it can fit in. You can minimize it. Maybe you want to use this one, then just fit it into this one. can reduce it, can make it to fit in. You appreciate this better when you get to Power BI. Okay, I think this is fine. Is this not fine now? What do you think? Somebody say something.
It's fine.
Okay, so this is what we'll do for all of them, one by one. So you go back again. We'll solve this one. Then we'll come to the next one. Which one is the next one? Highest buying customers. So we'll now do this one. First of all, we'll check, go to pivot charts, check which one. If we use bar charts, it's still slanty. But let's see how we can make it. Let's see if we try to expand it. Okay, good. I think it will now match. Like it's no longer slanty when we expand it, but when it is smaller, it is slanty. When it is larger, so we can copy this. Can just copy it and just come and paste it here. So let's see if we can copy this. No, this one doesn't have that copy feature. It's Power BI that have it. Copy. Let me see. No, it's not. It doesn't have it. If it's like Power BI, I don't need to do all this thing again. I can just copy and just paste here. It automatically formats this one for us. So we change the topic. What's going to be the topic? Someone help us. What's the title of this chart? We did for this one, highest buying customers. All right. So what is going to be from the way we title this one? This is how you title all your charts. What's going to be the title of this one? Ha.
Units sold by country.
Units sold by country. Exactly. So let's now go back to chart this data set and see the country. The title here is country. Remember, we used customer here while working because their countries are a customer, but you're working with what you have here in the original table, country. So this is going to be units sold by country. Thank you for that. Then we don't want this one, obviously. We're going to hide it. What else are we going to hide? We don't want this one, right? So remove it. It is the legend. We don't want the grid line. I just highlight it and delete. So I highlight the grid line, click on delete, it's gone. So we want to put data label, right? This is data label. I want to put data label. Then we don't want the horizontal axis. It is gone. So our data is clean. So where do we fit it in now? That's the problem. Should we put it here? Let's see if it will fit in. I hope it doesn't go back to that. Let's see. We'll reduce it more. Oh shit, it goes back to slanty. So it's not gonna work here. It's not gonna fit in. It's not looking good. Let's try here, but this one is vertical. Let's try here. Let's remove this one. Let's make this one bigger. I think it should work now. Good. So we have something now. This is better, right? Yeah. It is better. So it is now you're the one designing, you're not the architect though. You're the one designing your dashboard. Nobody cares. Everybody just waiting for you to come up with your reports because you're going to write reports with your dashboard. So you come and present your dashboard. Then come back here. Let's do this one. So so that we'll be able to use that part, something else, instead of this, let's now convert this one. This is the profit made from each of the products, right? So let's not just show only profits. Let's show percentage of profits made from the top 5 products. So I'll change this one. Why is it not popping up this thing for us? Okay, we can change this one, summarized by average. Average is usually in percentage, right? I'm trying to convert it to percentage. Show value, show field, show value as percentage, exactly. So this is a percentage of products sold. So percentage of grand total. Mhm. Percentage of column total, percentage of grand total. So this is the percentage exactly. So, and I want to see only the top 5, right? I want to see only the top 5. So I'll just come here. No, I'll come here. I want to see only the top 5. So you go to N, top 5, reduce it to 5, or even top 4. You can just see the top 3 countries. Let's use the top. I don't want to see all this fortune cookie that is only 3%. The ones you see just the ones with reasonable. I think these 3 will be fine. These ones are too poor. We don't want to see all those poor ones. So this is top 3. You are now seeing the percentage of the top 3. And once it's percentage, guess what? We're going to use donut chart, right? So I'm just going to come to pivots, analyze pivot charts. Then obviously it's going to be a pie chart. So you can decide on your own if you want to use, if you prefer pie chart or donut chart, anyone you prefer, it's very, very okay. You can use anyone, but always avoid this 3D pie chart. This 3D is very deceptive, all right? It's very deceptive. It's not advisable because it doesn't make sense even using it when this one can clearly show you the information, the data you're trying to use. So you can use either this or this. Which one should we use now? Let's use the P donut chart. I'm going to click on OK, then we copy it, and then come to dashboard and paste it. Okay, so now we also have to format, right? You know how to do your formatting now. So someone should help us to format this. Just tell us what to do. We need a volunteer. Someone should volunteer himself to help out.
You can use percentage profits by top
Okay.
3 countries.
Okay. So we'll start with the title, right?
Yes.
Okay. So the title is going to be profits. It's left for you to add percentage of all, but just profit by what? Country, products. I think it's products. Great. So this title is okay. Just always make your title very simple as possible. So we don't need this anymore. So we are going to hide it, right? What else should we do? Now, this is the legend I was talking about. So here, the legend is extremely important. Very, very important, because without this legend, you cannot know, right? You cannot even know which one is which. So this tells you that this is chocolate chips. This tells you that this is white chocolate, and then this tells you that this is oatmeal raisin. So now I want to, because so when I hover on it that I see the percentage, I want to be seeing the percentage on the body so that we can clearly see, though visually, you can see that this one is the highest, this one is biggest, this chocolate chips takes the biggest one, but you cannot tell these two just like that, except you look at it critically. You can now say, okay, this yellow one, this orange one is bigger than this one. Then you now see that this is a, but we don't want any person to do guesswork. In fact, we don't, you want to make your dashboard as easy as anybody, as easy for anybody who is looking at it to be able to tell which information you're trying to pass. Even without you speaking, someone can read your dashboard and understand. All right. Both a technical and non-technical audience should be able to read your dashboard. So you don't want someone to come and guess whether this is bigger than this or this is bigger than this, because definitely some people will still argue that this one is bigger than this, or another group will even say, oh, they are equal. You don't want all of that. So you want to put a label, data label. So you come here, you see data label, you turn it on. Then you can put it in, you can click here to style it. Maybe put it like this or put it like this. More options. You can see more options here. You can even put the category name if you want. But there's no need putting the name again since you already have the legend that is telling you the name. So there's no point putting the name. Just put only the percentage. Then value from cell. And just you can literally uh do your thing, modify it whichever way you want. See, these are the different. You can even change the shape and all that. You can put border, but there's no need. Don't put this too much design, because when you begin to put too much design, it automatically begin to weigh down your work. So let's see if we can apply. Let's go to legend. We can put the legend wherever you want. You can put it at the top like this, which I think this is the one I always prefer, because once you read the topic, you should read what each of these. So this can just tell you before you even go into the chart, you already see what to expect from the body of the chart. So, but you can also choose to put it here in the left when you come, you read, then, or even in the bottom here. So this is the best one, because you look at the charts. When you're looking at the chart, you're now looking for information. Oh, what is this blue? What does this stand for? You now look down and see what you're looking for. So I think this is okay. Then the chart title. Chart title is okay where it is. You can put it in the center, you can put it anywhere, but I think it's okay where it is. Just put it above here. Then the data label. So call out can be like this. It can be the way it is before. But we don't want to call out there. We don't want the name, remember? So I'll just come here and remove it from here. Okay. Value. You can see. You want to see the exact value and then the percentage. But we are dealing with just percentage, so there's no point putting the value. So you can just kind of see total. So there's no need adding what is not needed. Okay, I think this is fine now. Let's see if we can minimize. Okay, so this is it. Because of where we want to fit it in, I want it to fit in here. Uh, so it messes it up. It messes it up when the choices we've made is not nice. So this shouldn't be here. This can be on the side. So we can also adjust that. Just come here. Go to legend. Let's put legend on the right. Okay, I think it's better. It's better like this. But the name of this thing is too long. Let's see on the bottom. Let's see if it can be at the top. Oh, it's not gonna work. Let's see more options. We can actually reduce it. So can shift it manually. So want this here, this is what we want. Want it to be smaller. Okay. It's just because of the length of this name. The name is too big, that's why it looks like it's affecting. I can't do anything about it though. Can reduce it more. Okay, so this is the best we can achieve with this. The best we can achieve. Okay, I think this is okay. So let's proceed to the next one. Okay, let's see if we can change this. Let's see if we can change. Go to design, change it to this. Let's see what it looks like. Good. I think this is better. Is this not better? So go back to here. The next one is this one, profit by month. So this is a profit by month. So we can now use another chart. Who can tell us the best chart to use for this one? The profit we make each month. We want to know if we're progressing or we are going down. Who can advise us the best chart to use?
Let's try a line chart.
All right, let's try a line chart. Thank you. So these line charts. So copy it, then come here. I think this will be best. Oh no. So I didn't click out of this one before starting. So it now replaced it. Sorry. So first, make sure you click out. So we are now in a new. All right. So let's adjust it. So we can see that in January sorry. So we can see that we are actually making progress. Okay. Anyway, let's clean it up first before. What's going to be the title? Someone should tell us. Neka. Nena. Is it Nena? Yeah. Nena, how are you? Hi, Nena. Nena is not here. Mary. Mary is in class today. Mary, how are you? Are you there? Don't lie, all of you are dodging. Hey, Rahim, finally. Rahim, are you done with your exam? Can you help us with the title of this line chart? Can there be a volunteer? Mr.
What
Sunday.
of profit by month?
Hmm?
Uh, Profit by month.
Great. So this is going to be profits by month. So this is just telling us the profit we made each month. So in this case, this is actually slanty, but there's nothing we can do. So we want to take this one away. So this only happens. Sometimes you may want to have multiple line. For example, let's see, let me show you. If you now want to add, this is a profit made by month. Then we want to also know, because this lines represents the profit itself. Then this one represents the month. What else can we add to this profit? Let's say this is a profit made. We also want to add the units sold. Hmm. I don't know why the pivot table is not coming up. Hmm. Design. It's supposed to come up when we click. I wanted to add something else. Uh, okay. Let me see. Let me say I want to add units sold. Then this line will become 2. What? Mm, okay. It's not popping out this. Okay, I canceled it. Oh, I'm trying to bring it back now. We still need to add slides and the rest of them. Pivot chart. Okay, still taking us to the same place. Um, okay, anyways, let me see. No, I don't want to bring up a new pivot. So, but the point is, okay, maybe we can try it when we get to Power BI. But the point is, when you have multiple lines, then you can have legend. I think I've explained that before. So, but now there's no need for a legend since we don't have multiple lines. So the legend is gone. The grid line has to go as well. The grid line is gone. Um, this one has to go. Hide. I think this is okay. So in this case, okay, we can also put each of these points is a month. This is a month, this is a month, this is a month, this is a month. You can also adjust your line or you can change your line the way it looks. See, you can come here and you can see the axis, axis title. You don't need that. Chart title, data label. So this is how it's going to look when we put data label. So it's not going to look nice. That's why I don't want to use data label. It's not going to look nice. So data table, no. Error bar, no. Grid lines, we don't need that. Legend, we don't need. Trend line, if you want to see how the movement, but we don't need that. So now, this is going to tell you that in January, we actually made more sales than February. The sale came down, it declined a bit. Then between February and March, it was just steady. Then in April, the sales jumped up. It picked up. So maybe we just started the business in January. We don't really have customers. The sales came down. Then we were still struggling. We were advertising, making adverts, contacting people all through March. Then we now started seeing results in April. All the advert, maybe we ran a campaign or we did promo or something. Sales went up. Then after that campaign, everything went back down again in May. There was no more. So we now saw that, oh, because we ran campaign, we did some adverts, it worked. We now doubled that. We now repeated the same thing in May. Since when we stopped the adverts, the sales went down. So we doubled whatever we did in March. We did twice of it and we got double results. Sales went up again and there was no much. We stopped and it came down again. We didn't do much again. It kept going down. Then by then, we now started getting normal sales. We were not running campaign this time, but now had some customers that already know us from all those campaigns we ran. Few of them were still coming back to buy, and we're just making normal sales. Then because it was ember season in October, we did a massive campaign, and we experienced massive sales. We stopped the campaign, sales went down in December. Obviously, it's a December period, so sales were high. And that is how the year went. So you can see that it was not really a very profitable year. We're just, here and there going up and down. So this is how the sales went. So now this is good. So you can see that we made around over 2,000 sales and then it came down to below 2,000. The same thing in March. Then it went close above 2,500 and just like that. So you can trace it to the sales, right? Then you can just leave it like this. There's no point putting data label because we tried it, we saw that it will not look nice. Then because we really want to maintain simplicity and uh, focusing our clients' mind on the data. So we can put this one here, right? I think this is okay. Can leave it here. Good. Then finally, let's know what we'll put here. This is still going to be line charts. Sales by unit sold by month. Let's see how it's going to look. Okay, it looks good though. How about bar chart? Okay, perfect. This is good. This is exactly what we need. Okay, so this is how I want it. Should look good. Okay, so we don't want this. This has to go. We don't want this. The title is going to be what? I think it's unit. Maybe I'll stop asking. Unit sold by days. Legend has to go. The grid line has to go. Then we need a data label. Then of course, the x-axis will have to let go of the primary vertical, no, primary horizontal. Good. And this is our, ladies and gentlemen, this is our dashboard. Is this not looking good, guys? Hmm? Did you try?
Yes.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
All right, so we need to put a title so that someone that sees it will know what we are talking about. Like this one, there has to be a title. So the title of this dashboard is gonna be cookie sales, something like that. So to put that, you just write it here as cookie sale. You can decide to put your name or whatever you want to put. You can put as much information as you like here. You can see there's so many information down here that we can't see. I don't know, but you can also put the company's logo that you're working for. So to be able, let's say we want to put logo here. So but first, let's put the name. So to put the name, you go to insert, then you go back to shape. You can see shapes. Then you can see text. Look at this one that has text. Click on it. Then you now draw where you want the text to be. I want it to be here. Then you start typing. Maybe the name of the company is what is going to be the name of this company? So maybe the name of the company is Nena Cookie Store Sale. This is it. So you can highlight it, you can edit, like you can now go to shape formats. You can see the editing features. You can color it, you can however you want it, but we want to increase the text. I want to increase the text. Where again? This is the text box. Okay, so you come to home, sorry. When you're in home, you can see all those normal features. You can increase it to any length or even use this one. You can see I've increased the size. The size is too big. I can reduce it. It is too big. I think this is okay. Uh, Sorry. Okay. So this can be bigger. Let's make this one bigger. Since we have enough space to the dashboard, we can enter. So maybe we don't want this background. We don't want it. We can just click here and go to shape field as usual. Go to format. So we don't want this shape field, right? And just remove it. You can see. We don't even want the outline. Can also remove it so that I can just have the right top. Probably you want to can just bring it to the middle or wherever you want it, however you want it. It can be a design, or maybe we even want this thing to be in. Anyway, you can just be creative with your design. I may not be creative enough the way you want, so you just show your talent. You can extend it. Then, of course, the color has to change to. We don't want the background. We don't want the background. So you say no fill. So we want the color to be white. Can even change it, make it bold. But I don't think I want to make it bold. This is where your creativity comes in. Just want to. Okay. So you can write other information. Maybe you want to put a little bit of details down here. I may not want to do that here, but just like you can see here, it's not really necessary. There's no part. If you check here now, you can see different types. There's no particular way. The major thing is just to follow the rule. Every rule I've stated here for you. Make sure your table is clean. As you can see, this is
What
clean
format
and
the currency?
simple
Yes.
and straight to the point as well. So there's no particular rule to it. You can just be creative in your own way. Good. So then if you want to bring in logo, let's say you want to bring in logo. So I'm just going to go to insert. And this time you want to bring in picture. Click on picture. All right. Then device, you want to bring in picture from your device. So this is going to take you to your device. You go to maybe downloads. Just go and look for logo. Let's look for anything that we can use to do logo. What can we use to do logo? Um, I'm looking for anything. Okay, let's say I want to use this one as the logo. Okay, so you just click on insert and it will bring the picture here. You can see. So bring the picture for you here. You can put it anywhere you want. So if the picture is there, this is the logo of the company. Now you can change it anyhow you want. You can even style it. If you want it to be round, see all these things on top here. Picture border, you can put border if you want. See, you can also change it. You can also compress picture, remove background. You can even remove the background. You can change the picture. You can add so many things. Let's see. If you want to insert shape. I don't want to bring in new shape. You can even put an icon. You can use icons, any kind of icons you want to. You just open it and use icon wherever you want to use icon. You can also put something. Let's put the logo here. We can edit the logo later. Let's just leave it like this for now. Okay. Then there's one more important thing here. We need to put something we call KPI, but I said I wasn't going to use KPI here until we get to Power BI. But let me just see that there's some data that's missing. If you check, you're going to see this one. We want to see the best performing country, which is Nigeria. So we want to put them as a KPI, just one KPI. So we can maybe put it on top of here. using icon. Don't know why the icon is not coming up. Maybe my network is not strong. But it's supposed to pull up many icons for you here. But since it's not, we can just write uh Nigeria as the best performing country. Let's see what we can do here. So we can bring in text. We can insert text, shape, bring in text here, and then put in Nigeria and their figure here. So there's a way we can also bring it in, and what we want to bring in is Nigeria in case the figure changes. So let's see if we can try that. We'll just come here and write Nigeria. No, sorry. We already have Nigeria here, right? So, but you can see that we had coded this number here. Let's see if we can, let me just try something. I can just put equals to here and then come here and click on this figure. Just come here and click on this figure. Oh no, this is not seeing. I'm not sure that this is a cell. It's not seeing the cell. You know, we've removed all the cell here. Formats, page layouts. Let's see. So is the grid line back? Let's know if it's back. If I say equals to sum. No, it's not back. It's not seeing. Where can I see grid line? It's not seeing it. Anyway, I'll try it out and then we also covered it. So let me say I want to say equals to here, equals to something. So it brings in the figure for us. It works now. It works. It works here. So the reason why it's not working here is because this thing is a text. Remember, it's text. So if it is seeing everything here as text equals to this figure, then I enter. It's not going to work here because this is text. Remember, I copied this as text. But when I use it here, it works. See, let me use it again. When I say equals to here, and I come here and click on this number, it brings in the number automatically. So even if the number changes here, if it changes here, anything happens and Nigeria increases or decreases, it automatically reflects here. You don't need to come and start typing, hard coding it here. It automatically updates. But let's maybe we'll figure that out later. So we just want to show Nigeria here as our top country, right? This is not really necessary. Don't go and bother yourself about it. I'm just playing around. Copy this, come here, put it. Great. Nigeria. So maybe you can put a text showing best performing country. So someone can see that it is Nigeria and this is their figure, something like that. So it's up to you to know how to interpret it. I wanted to add an icon, but the icon is not working, so I don't know why. So it can be like this, I think. Now there's something else called slicer and timeline. All right. Let's quickly do that before we go. Let me check time. Hey, time is running. Oh, Jesus. We have just 6 minutes. So I wanted to put the slicer here. All right, but let me put it here. Let me put it here. Kai, there's no space, so we didn't add it in our budget. Kai, Kai. Ah, so that's why it's good to design templates, to use templates. So now I need to shift all these ones. Your slider can be anywhere. Someone is saying something. Okay, I think I just mentioned it. Now I need to calm down and why are you rushing? I just mentioned it. For me to mention it means I want to explain it, right? So I'm just creating space for it because we didn't factor it in when we were designing our this thing, when we we're designing our dashboard. And now we've created a very beautiful dashboard and now I want to alter it. So assuming we factored it in that time, we won't have any issue now, just fitting it in. So now I have to, I'm trying to make a space for it. So slicer is simply, slicer work as a filter. It's same thing as filter. And then we'll also have timeline. Your timeline is like for the timing information, it helps you to also filter. So for example, if you don't want to see the information for everything, like at a glance, you're seeing everything, you just want to focus on only chocolate chips. You want to see this is the product. You want to see the product as chocolate chips. You want to see the profit made from chocolate chips alone. You want to see the country that buys these chocolate chips. You want to see the months that, just all information about chocolate chips. You can use slicer to just filter it and see only what you want to see. All right. So that is what slicer does. It's very, very, very important. So I'm trying to make space for it. Now we have enough space. I think we can put our slicer here. So the slicer is going to come here. When you want to add slicer, just click on any one. You can see. Then you can see, go to no design. No, pivot analyze. You can see pivot analyze. You can see slicer here. Insert slicer. So click on it. You can insert slicer. So I'll just bring in my slicer here. So the slicer is actually carrying all because I'm using this one, it's carrying all the dates. So it's left for you to know whether I want to use, I think I want to use, it's carrying all the, sorry, it's carrying all the, this thing we have here. See, all the columns that we have here in our pivot table. Remember the data set, all this column is what your slicer is going to carry. Now, because you clicked on one, see, if I click on only this one and I insert slicer, it's going to uh, be effective just on that one. So if I click on country, I want to select country, for example, OK. I click on OK. So you can see the slicer now is on all the countries, showing me all the countries. So if I want to see the information for Ghana, I'll click on Ghana. It has filtered for Ghana. Only for this particular dashboard, I'm seeing only the product bought by Ghanaian. If I click on India, it's going to show me for only India. You can see only chocolate chips was the product bought by Indians. For Malaysia, it was only chocolate chips they bought. For Nigeria, Nigeria buys all the products and these are the quantity they bought for each. It's like filter. Okay. So, but now if you see, when I filter it or when I use slicer, let me reduce the size of the slicer. When you reduce it, you're going to see this drop down. So that's it. That's how it works. But if you make it big, we need you can see all the countries at once. So if I filter, I want to see only the country. You can see. But now let me remove this slicer again. When I insert slicer now, you can see insert slicer. It will first of all prompt you to choose what you want to filter. I want to filter country. I also want to filter by products. I also want to filter by units sold, by profit. Okay. So it gives me different sliders. I can have as many sliders as you want, as many sliders as possible. You can see them. Created all the sliders for me. So, but I don't need all of these. I think I just want to, I think it should just be, which one should we do? I think it's just products. Want to focus on products or country. So there's no need for profits. There's no need for units sold. I want to just focus on country and which is more important, country or product? So I don't want country or product. I just want only country. Good. So because I clicked on this one before creating the slicer, whatever filter I'm doing is going to be on this one, but I want it to be responsive. I want it to be responsive to tell me information about all the charts, not just one. So what do? I need to connect other of these charts to it, right? I need to connect the rest of the charts. So I'm going to click on this thing here that you're seeing, like clear filter. I'll clear it. Then I'm going to come here, multi-select. I'm going to click on it. I don't know, sorry. I'm just going to double click here, then right click. I don't know how this thing is. Why is it behaving like this? I wanted to format this thing. Okay, slicer. Come here to slicer. Then there's something I'm looking for that I'm not seeing here. Connect here, report connection. Look at it. So once I click on the slicer, I click on I go to slicer here, then I click on report connection. If I click on report connection, it's going to bring out all these tables for me, all of them. You can see that it's only one that's connected, only this one. So I'll connect the rest. I'll connect them manually like this. See, I'm connecting all now. I've connected all of them by checking them. Then I'll click on OK. Once this is done, automatically all this thing has been connected and my dashboard is now responsive. So when I click on Ghana, it is going to show for all of them. I can now see the units sold each single week day in Ghana. I can see the units sold for each of the products in Ghana. I can see the units sold by months. Sorry, the profit made each of the months in Ghana, only Ghana. I can see the profit by each of the products in Ghana. I can also see the units sold in Ghana alone. This is only Ghana. If I change it to Nigeria, you can see it is responsive. It's showing me the same information for only Nigeria. If I go to country like India, we know that India did not buy other product. The only product India bought was chocolate chips. So let's see how our dashboard reacts to it. I click on India. You can see that chocolate chips is the only product they bought. Then this is how they bought it each of the week day. This is the profit we made from that particular purchase they made. This is how they bought it each of the month. And this is the total quantity they bought of that chocolate chip product. Then finally, let's add it. Then if I want to remove, I just click on this cancel here, clear filter. Everything goes back to normal. Then there's also something we call timeline. And if I come here, where is inserts? Is it inserts? No. Okay, I need to click on any of the, just click on any of these things. You can see this format, pivot chart analyzer. Then you're going to see insert timeline. So timeline is just simply what the name implies, just like time. You want to see January, February, March, you know. So, or year if it is by year. I think we'll have year here. We didn't do any sheets, anything that has to do with year. And we should have done that. So I just click on timeline. It's just dates. I'll just select it. Okay. So you can see the different months here. You can put it here as well if you want, or somewhere else. We didn't do this thing properly. So you can see. So if I want to see what happened in January, I'll click only January. You can see the sale that was made only in January. If I want to see the one that was made in July, this is only July. If I want to see the one that was made in August, this is only August. Let me remove it. So I want it, you can see it's only working for this one. So I want it to apply to all, right? I'll click on it, then I'll go to report connection the same way. I can also change the design. If I want it to be yellow, if I want it to, change any color I want. Okay. But make sure you maintain color. Color is another thing that we're going to discuss in Power BI. It's very, very important to use a steady color so that you don't use color rioting. There's a kind of color you use when your viewer comes to your dashboard, they will first of all struggle. Their eye will first of all struggle before it take them a while to balance and even understand what you're trying to say. But when your color is streamlined, they will not struggle. So I want to connect all of them to be working. I'll go to report connection. I'll do the same thing, connect the second one, third one, fourth chart, fifth chart, and sixth chart. Then I click on OK. So if I want to see what happened in January, I'm going to click here. I can see January. It was only on Monday that all the wholesales were made in January. Then this is each of the product that was sold in January alone. Then there was no profit made in January. There was no profits made in January. Then these are the profits we made. I don't know. This is a unit in each of the country. This is the sale that was made in each of the country. Then let's look for July. This is July. This is for August. You can see how responsive your dashboard is. This is for September. I think, I don't know, this can be longer anyway. This is for December. This is for different months. Okay, so I want to just make it shorter. Okay, so someone is commenting, why are there 4 charts instead of 5 and report connection? So let's go back to report connection. 1, 2, 3, 4. See now, when you scroll down, you see the rest. Unless if you want to make this thing bigger, all of them will come up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So all the whole table must come up in your report connection. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 6 should be, which one is 6? Maybe 6 is this one here. I don't know. But let's see. The first one is this one. Pivot table 3, pivot table 4, pivot table 5, 6, 7, and 8. So I think if we come to our pivot table, we should be able to see all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's correct. Yeah, I think it's 10 p.m. Unfortunately, we won't be able to, but it's a good thing we've tackled Excel. So I'm going to just drop the Excel project in the group. Okay, there is a profit pivot. I don't really get that. So I'm going to drop the project so that you can also design your own dashboard. Your dashboard shouldn't be looking like this. It shouldn't be looking like it should be better. It should be more beautiful. Then the title here, I didn't do much. Remember, you can put all the information you need, all right, so that someone that at a glance, someone can tell that this is what this is about. I didn't take time to, do a good job here. Okay, so I'll just take questions before we go. Please, that person that was typing, can you now speak and say what's in your mind?
Sorry, I want to ask that we didn't use the currency format because we are dealing with different countries, right?
Yeah, possibly that could be, but there's no, I think profits. Yeah, when you're dealing with different country, the general currency you use is dollar. You must use dollar. It doesn't matter if it's different countries. You have to use
Okay.
dollar. And so we didn't just use it. It's just that it's not here. Sorry, let's go back
Okay.
to the main data set. From the beginning, it wasn't there in the data set. That's why. But you can add it.
Okay.
It doesn't make any difference. So when there's no currency, it is assumed that it's in dollar. The general accepted currency is dollar, except if it is specified If you wanted to use Ghana cedi, it will be Ghana cedi. But if it is not specified, then by default, it is in dollars, right?
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So please let's take more questions. Ask your question now.